Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I am back with a fishing video, and there's open water, so I am pumped to do some casting. Our goal for today is not to do so much catching because the catching hasn't been too good lately. We're kind of at a transition time, but I'm gonna review the Mach II. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have pulled up to the spot right now, and we're actually walking out into the water. I got my clonker boots on, but it is absolutely absurd how calm the water is right now. Earlier today when I was fishing, it was very, very extremely windy. Now there's barely a ripple, so this will be good for the demonstration. There's not a ton of wind right now to get in the way of the audio. So let's get into this review. Let's do it. Alright guys, so there was a few things that I wanted to mention that I forgot to add in the actual video. First, I have a couple of shout outs, and if you guys want me to do shout outs in the future, just comment that down below and I think we can work that in to our videos here. But I do have two shout outs. The Instagram shout out goes to the Jetster. I'll put his @ right here on the screen. And my YouTube shout out goes to Sangaman Outdoors. I will link his YouTube down in the description. Make sure you guys go subscribe. The dude's pretty awesome, and we're both on the Realbassin pro staff team, and we have a really good time together, so make sure you go subscribe to him. Alright guys, we're gonna head back to the video, to the intro. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, I have the rod here, I got the Chesty hooked up, I'm all ready to go. So let's switch to the Chesty in 1, 2, 3. Wow! Holy cow! I absolutely love when I do that. I really hope that this Chesty audio is spectacular because I do have the mic set up right now. I'm not sure if everything is connected correctly and all, but I guess we'll see. But I guess it's time to go over my Lose Mach II combo. Alrighty guys, so if you've been watching my videos for a little while, you know that I got the Mach II combo for Christmas, and I absolutely love this thing. This has been my first day of fully using it, and I'm getting used to it still, but this reel and rod, it's just awesome. It's a really awesome combo. For a combo, it's a little bit on the pricey end, but in my opinion, it is definitely worth it and definitely a great gift for that fisherman in your life. As you can see, I also have this small whopper plopper tied on here. I got this from Sean in that unboxing. Yeah, so thank you to Sean, because I am sure this thing will catch me a ton of fish this year. Just look at that action. Alrighty. I'm just going to take a quick second to go over everything that I have on my setup. Alrighty guys, so first we'll start with the Mach II reel. This is a 10 bearing system, and it has a 7:5 to 1 gear ratio. As you can see, drag is located in the normal area, nice and easy. You get that click every time you move up or down a level, which I love. It really helps keep your drag more consistent and more of where you want it than just sort of guessing. Same thing with the magnet location right here. It moves very easily, and it also has that click that I love. Moving over more towards the front of the reel, here is the spool, and there is the spool release button. That's obviously how you cast. Press that, put your finger on the line, and let it rip. As we move to this side of the reel, we have the interior magnet system. Right now I have mine set fairly high because I was backlashing with this thing a ton earlier. So I just have this set this way I can get my cast nice and far without having that backlash problem. Now if we move on to the rod, I will show you the stats right here. 7 foot, medium heavy, fast action. This supports 10 to 20 pound line. I actually have 15 pound fluoro on here right now. Fluorocarbon sinks, and I have 15 pound on here just because it's very useful for a lot of things. Like I said earlier, right now I just have the plopper tied on, but this rod I'm planning to use for jigs, jerk baits, and soft plastics, hopefully weighted soft plastics. While I'm thinking about it, Realbassin makes some really awesome soft plastics, and if you use my code WCCFish10, which I'll put on the screen right here, you can get 10% off their entire website. And if you want to add some weight to the soft plastics, you could check out Angler Tungsten and use my code CONORC15 for 15% off of their products. It's an awesome combo. I can't wait to get it out and fishing this year. Alrighty, that's enough endorsing for the day. So now let's move on to the rest of this review. As you can see, you have these very common loose grips both here on the handle and on the handle of the reel. Have the little split back here, got the loose symbol, and then got the little butt to the rod with the same grip. Personally, I do actually love this grip. I've heard some mixed reviews about it. I've heard that these have been slippery, but they're nice and big and they fit in my hand pretty well, and they're extremely comfortable for me, so I haven't found a problem with them yet. The trigger is very comfortable because I like to hold my rod like this, so it allows me for 2 fingers and still a lot of comfort. It's nice and big. I have pretty small hands, so it works really, really well for me. As you can see there, we got the Mach II symbol, and then we got the hook keeper as we move down even farther, right there. I like it. It's in a very convenient location, except for here, because normally they're right here, but I find down here it gets tangled with less rods, so that's pretty cool, because that is definitely a huge issue. All right, let's get to casting this puppy. As you can see and probably hear, very nice and smooth, and the retrieval is very smooth as well. That 7:5 to 1 gear ratio really gets your bait in fast, so you're going to kind of want to work things a bit slower while using this reel. Alright, but as you can obviously see as well, that whopper plopper really has a great action in the water, and it displays it perfectly with how calm it's been. This is obviously not ideal conditions for a whopper plopper, but it does look pretty cool, you have to admit. Dang it. I'm hooked in the sleeve. Alright guys, so I thought I would just go over the basics of a bait caster just in case you guys are not quite sure how to use one effectively. So right here is the cranking handle. That's obviously what you use to reel it in, and here's the pop off button. That's obviously what you use to cast the bait. This big starfish looking thing, this is the drag, and below the drag and the handle is the magnets. You adjust the magnets to basically change how fast the spool of line is spinning. So if you have it super loose and you watch the bait, see how fast the bait drops? And if you have it super tight, the bait will likely not even drop at all, or it will just drop very, very little, just like that. So you want to find a medium where the bait is gonna nice and lightly come down to touch the water, just like that. Now, on this side is the interior magnets. The interior magnets, as you can see over here, also work with how fast the spool spins. The interior magnets though, that basically works with how much you have to keep your finger on the spool when you cast. I have it set very high so I don't have to be too careful with my finger when I cast, but when you have it on a lower setting, the line will be a lot looser. Now to cast, press the pop off button, keep your finger on the spool because otherwise the bait will start to fall, and then bring it back and release your thumb just a little bit. Right before the bait hits the water, put your thumb back on the spool, because otherwise the line will do something called a backlash, and I will show you what that is in a second. Alrighty guys, so that right there, is a backlash. As you can see, the line got all tangled inside the reel, and I did this for instructional purposes, which I don't recommend doing. Pretty bad idea. But the way that you take a backlash out is you find where the line goes into the reel, and you kind of just pick around that spot and pull out loops. And then every once in a while, just pull on the main line. And eventually you're gonna wanna have no loops. And just give me a second and I'll show you what that looks like. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, I'm working on this backlash a little bit. And see how there's like little knots that form inside the reel? The important thing about backlashes is that you have to be very patient, take your time and work your way through it. You will eventually get out of a backlash, even though it most of the time seems like you won't. You just gotta take your time, take it nice and easy, and just keep pulling out loops. And as you can see, it's clearing up a little bit. Man, this one was deep. Dang. It's important if you feel a knot not to pull hard, because then the knot will form very tightly and will be extremely hard to take out. So as you can see now, there's no loops, there's no loose strands. Most of my reel right now is very tight. So now I'm gonna squeeze the line in between my fingers very tightly, and I'm just gonna reel it back in, making sure that none of the line that I put out loops together into a knot as well. Now, why exactly was it that I backlashed? It was because my magnet was way too loose. Watch how fast the bait is dropping. Okay, it dropped to the water super fast. So what I'm gonna wanna do is I'm gonna wanna tension the reel until I get it to that perfect point where the bait just touches the water on the drop. Now, you'd have a nice clean cast just like that.
Alright guys, what is going on? Obviously it's a couple days later. I'm actually editing the video now, and I noticed that somehow I lost the clip of my recap of my first impressions of the Mach II combo. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what I thought of it right now. I thought that this rod and reel combo was amazing. I really enjoy using it a whole lot, and it handles the 15-pound fluoro very effortlessly, which I was quite surprised about. I also enjoy using the Mach II combo because of how smooth it is. The whole casting and reeling, the sensation of just how smooth it is. It's so nice because it's so new, and it just works so well right now. I really hope that this rod lasts a while. It does have a 10 bearing system, so I don't see why not. But like I said, I am delighted to be using this combo. Very excited to continue using it in the future. Alrighty guys, I also wanted to remind you, make sure you guys stay safe from the coronavirus. It is spreading exponentially, especially here in New York. The cases have doubled since yesterday, so we're gaining a lot. So I wanted to remind you guys, make sure you stay safe. And because of the coronavirus, I'm gonna crank out 2 videos this week. I'm gonna have another one coming out tomorrow about how I edit my videos and what camera equipment I use and stuff like that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Really happy to be doing 2 videos for y'all, but it'll be good because it'll give you guys something to watch during this coronacation time. But make sure you guys are staying safe, washing your hands. But let's continue the video. Let's get it.
Yes guys, I am filming with lighting from the flashlight of my phone because it's dark. Alright, I'm packing up. I just took a couple more casts and it is so dark right now. It's absolutely insane how fast it got this dark. But I forgot to mention some things, and I wanted to say that yes, obviously I do have other combos, and if you guys want me to review them, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to. If not, that's totally fine. We'll catch some more fish in an upcoming video. I also just wanted to say, guys, thanks for watching the videos, thanks for supporting me, and make sure you go follow my Instagram at worldclass_CA19 to see. There you will get more specific things, like you'll see fish catches before they happen in the videos, and you'll see a lot of awesome content posted over there. And guys, I have decided that once I get to 500 Instagram followers and 300 YouTube subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So guys, go follow my Instagram and subscribe, because you guys could win some awesome stuff. Alright guys, now, I already said it once, but I'll say it again. To the outro.